I'm Rebecca with K4 Connect. Welcome to part 5 and the final part in our series on how to write an integration for FusionOS. In this video, we'll discuss working with entities. Entities are a key component of the FusionOS platform. They assist developers in identifying unique items in their own system and how they relate to the same item in another system. An example use case of entities might go something like this. An input integration, A, is preparing to publish a create event for an item retrieved from its API. The developer creates an entity with a unique external key of 1234. The event is published. The event then flows into another integration. The event received will contain an entity, but the external key will be null. The receiver creates the new item in its API and gets a unique ID of its own, ABC. The receiving integration, B, updates the entity with an external key of ABC. From now on, anytime the entity is used, FusionOS will provide the correct external key. Integration A will see an entity with the external key of 1234, and integration B will see the same entity but with an external key of ABC. This allows each integration to correctly identify its own records for an entity. The FusionOS SDK contains helper functions to create entities, automatically registering them with the platform. For example, setting an entity on a user create event. Entities can also have optional properties attached that help identify them. For example, adding name and email fields to a user entity. The create helper is an upsert operation and will return an existing entity if one exists with the same external key. You can may call the create helper for all future events without concern of creating duplicates. When an integration receives an entity for the first time, it will look like this. The integration should treat this as a new record it needs to create in its API. Once it has done so and has an external key to associate with the entity, a call to update will record it. Periodically, FusionOS may request that an integration report all of its unique entities. This is especially helpful when an integration is newly installed. Here's what we're doing. We're running our process method when a Fusion sync command is received. We're creating a new object for each item in our API, a user, a menu, etc. This would typically be done in a for loop for multiple items. We're adding each entity to a map using the external key as a key. And finally, we call entities sync method in the Fusion SDK with the list. The helper method will automatically process the list into FusionOS and sync the known entities. Thanks for watching. You've made it through our whole series on how to write an integration for FusionOS, and now you're ready to go write your own. Good luck!